You're watching Pitchside, and today's episode is about settings. Numbers that you will carefully memorize and then immediately forget the moment anything exciting happens, like maths but with crying. Sports photography is about timing, skill, and mainly luck, but beginners are always told the same thing: learn your settings. Because apparently knowing whether ISO 3200 is too high will help you predict which way a ball bounces. So today we're tackling the 3 sacred numbers you will inevitably forget the second anything exciting actually happens. Photographers love talking about the exposure triangle. It's made out of 3 settings: shutter speed, aperture, and ISO. Which is ironic because triangles are stable shapes, but exposure settings, they're mostly about chaos. Shutter speed controls how long your camera blinks at the world. Fast shutter, action frozen. Perfect for stopping the exact millisecond a player grimaces like they've just swallowed a bee. Slow shutter speed, blurry chaos. Accidentally leave it too slow and you will invent abstract impressionist football photography. Rule of thumb: start with 1,000 of a second for sports, unless it's indoors, where you will immediately have to compromise and pretend that 1/500 is an artistic choice. Aperture controls how wide your lens opens. Big hole, more light. Small hole, less light. Simple, right? Except the numbers are backwards. f2.8 is wide open. f16 is a pinhole. It's like golf scoring but designed by a drunk mathematician. In sports, you usually want the widest aperture your lens allows. This gives you that blurry background, also known as bokeh, which makes it look like you are talented when really you're just hiding all the distractions. Downside, your depth of field is so shallow that if the player takes a single step forward, you've accidentally focused on their ear. ISO is your camera's sensitivity to light. The higher the ISO, the brighter the photo, and the noisier it gets. Low ISO, clean, sharp, smug. Medium ISO, still usable, but you'll start nervously zooming in to check if it looks like sandpaper. And then high ISO, your photos look like CCTV footage of a crime scene. Sports photographers love to say, noise doesn't matter if you got the shot. Which is true, unless you like photos that look like they were taken on a potato. White balance tells your camera what white looks like. Who would have thought? In reality, it tells your camera how orange everyone should be. Daylight, fine if the sun remembers to exist. Cloudy, slightly warmer, like Instagram before filters. If you put it on auto, randomized roulette. And no matter what you pick, someone will look at your photo and say, why is it so yellow? Modern cameras have advanced autofocus, single point, continuous, dynamic, tracking. It all sounds impressive until you realize that your camera still insists on focusing on the referee, the grass, a spectator eating chips. Continuous autofocus is best for sports because athletes insist on moving selfishly. But even then, expect your camera to heroically ignore the ball in favor of a nearby advertisement board. Your settings don't matter if you only take one photo and you miss the moment. Which is why burst mode exists, 10, 20, even 30 frames per second. It's great until you get home and you discover you got 900 photos of a striker's leg moving 1 inch. This is called workflow. It's also known as purgatory. Most cameras let you customize buttons. This is useful until you forget what you assigned them to and accidentally switch the video mode in the middle of a penalty. Pro tip, leave them alone or assign them to useless things so at least you'll know when you've pressed them by mistake. In conclusion, settings are important, but here's the truth. You will spend hours learning them, days memorizing them, and exactly 3 seconds forgetting them when the winning goal finally happens. The real skill of sports photography isn't nailing the numbers. It's pretending that the blurry disaster that came out of your camera was a creative decision. Next time on Pitchside, the sideline. How to get accreditation without selling your soul, and how to avoid being shouted at by stewards who think your monopod is a weapon. Until then, take it easy guys. Stay safe.